It renders the Old Testament clear. The New Testament articulates the Old Testament. Become students of the Word of God, Christians. Become students of the Word of God. We need that. We need that. The anti-Christian activity that we know is coming has already begun. It's already begun. But it is going to get more intense. The delusions are going to get stronger. Antichrists are already out there. Just go read 1 John. He says it. They're already out there. And he said that back then, that they were already out there. So here's the thing. The more intense anti-Christian activity gets, the more intense it gets, the stronger the delusions are. And the stronger the delusions are, the fewer of us are going to know that it's actually happening. Think about that for a second. The more intense anti-Christian that anti-Christian activity gets, the fewer of us believers, fewer of us are going to know it's actually happening. See, Christians always think that they're going to know when it's happening. They won't. The majority of them won't. They won't. The delusions are going to be so strong that you won't know that you're being deluded. If you think, for instance, I get on this a lot. If you think, for one instance, that men and women aren't receiving the mark of the beast right now, you're deluded. Not believing that men and women are receiving the mark of the beast in their forehead or their hands right now, if you don't believe that they're receiving it right now, you're deluded. You're deluded. The mark of the beast, I'm going to say it again until I get this to sink into people's heads. The mark of the beast in your forehead means that you worship Satan. You worship him in your thought life, your psychological life, your spiritual life, in your heart. You worship him. Your forehead is your mind. You don't have the mind of Christ. You have the mind of Satan. That's the mark of the beast. To receive the mark of the beast in your forehead, in your hand, means you worship Satan by what you do, what you put your hand to, your efforts, your deeds, your creations. Claire, you're right. It's not the vaccine. That's stupid. If you looked at let me tell you something about this vaccine thing. People are going around going, oh, the mark of the beast is the vaccine. First of all, I don't know anybody who's had a vaccine shot given to them in their forehead. I mean, my head's so hard the needle would break the minute it touched my head. But if the mark of the beast was a vaccine, then what you're telling people is that if you don't take the vaccine, then you're going to be saved. So you can be an unbeliever, but if you reject the vaccine, you're going to be saved. That's the logic. That's a non sequitur. It's silly. That doesn't add up. If you receive the mark of the beast in your forehead, your ideas, your psychological life, your mental life,